I'm not just reacting to these comments from Logan Webb. Let's stack those comments up. This is the most talented team I've ever played on. This is the most frustrating season so far. We had a lot of things go wrong. We let them stay wrong. And Buster Posey is not okay with this. How can you firmly with certainty say that Bomel's going to be back? If Bomel was like certainly going to be back, why wouldn't have Buster Posey said that by now? Why wouldn't you come out and say it?
One of our great co-workers, Joe Hawks, he's our Swiss Army knife.
The man.
He is the Swiss Army knife. He is the screwdriver, the scissors, 2 types of knives, and there's a toothpick in there. If you need something here at Odyssey San Francisco, you go to Joe.
Yeah.
And he gets it done. We had a 60-second conversation about injuries and the 49ers, and he was kind of riffing about, Bosa, the torn ACL, that's got to be on the strength and conditioning guy, right? And I was laughing, and he's like, CJ West, broken thumb. That's on the strength and conditioning guy, right? Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, my God, this is like what all the fans are railing against. And I said to him, you know what? This is like all the people who blame Bob Melvin for the fact that Marco Luciano can't play a position 8 years into his career. Oh, that's on Bob Melvin. And Elliot Ramos doesn't know the infield fly rule. That's on Bob Melvin. And you can look at a number of different things that have gone wrong, and you can say, oh, that's on Bob Melvin. Is it really? Is it really on Bob Melvin? The fact that, professional baseball players don't know the rules, and your 17-year-old phenom who's quietly now 24 still has no position and can't come up to the major leagues because you've already got 4 DHs. So that was kind of the thing, Mark, is we look at Bob Melvin and we blame him for X, Y, and Z. And, maybe he's to blame for X, but certainly not Y and Z. And the strength and conditioning guy for the Niners, they're the most injured team year in and year out. Okay, there might be something to it. Nick Bosa tears his ACL for the 3rd time. You know what, strength and conditioning guy? You need to strengthen his ligaments. Well, that's on you.
And that's from somebody, but that's from somebody who doesn't even work out with the 49ers in the offseason. He works out in Florida.
And ask John Feliciano about Nick Bosa's body.
What about it? Yeah.
He was all but like, he was, he had a bromance with Nick's body.
Nobody takes care of themselves better than the Bosas.
John yesterday was like, oh, have you seen that body?
We've talked to his mom. He won't eat anything different from one day. Like, he won't.
That would be too fatty.
Yeah, what was the thing? Babe. What was the thing he wouldn't do?
He used to, allow himself a slice of toast.
He used to allow himself a slice of toast.
Oh, no, babe.
Used to.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like I have, like we all do, we got the old friends text thread. There's a WhatsApp deal with all my high school buddies.
Oh, yeah.
And there's one of them who does this every single time a Niner gets hurt, which, by the way, is like twice a weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Every time somebody gets hurt. Who is our strength and conditioning coach? Like, who is it? Now, here's the thing. I'm going to split the difference a little bit on your comment, because what you're saying is fair, but in another world, so is what the fans are saying, because what else are they supposed to say? In other words, there are all kinds of reasons going on inside these teams that lead to success or failure. And we don't get to know 99% of those things. How could we? We're not there. And that's even those of us who have some sort of like sometimes access, right? There's that famous quote from David West after the Warriors won the title. And it's like, you don't even know. Y'all don't even know what the hell went on this year. How about when Draymond Green punches Jordan Poole? And half the league is like, you don't even know that happens 3 times a year, every year, with every team. And I don't know if it's that bad or whatever. I doubt it. But you get the implication. We don't know what's going on. So it's fair for a fan who doesn't know what's going on to point to the only things that they can see. And the only thing a Giants fan can see, other than the ball being hit real hard by other players on other teams, other than that, the only thing that you can sort of see is, well, we're not hitting the ball well, so hitting coach.
Yep, Pat Burrell.
We're not pitching the ball well, so pitching coach. Or we're doing weird stuff on the field, so head coach, or in this case, manager. And then, like, I even hear the things that people ask for. You know, Guru does this a lot. Flip the spread. Well, how do you don't even know that he's not. I don't even know that people flip the spread anymore. But Logan Webb admitted a few weeks ago, he goes, Bob yells at us. Yeah, Bob yells. Like, go in there and yell. He does. He does. So I understand that when you say what you say, it can sort of make a fan feel like, well, wait a minute, then can the manager ever be at fault? Sure.
Of course.
But I tend to look at, with a head coach or a manager in professional sports, what I look at is, have they lost the guys? That's what I'm looking at. Have you lost the guys? It's not so much, I mean, sure, if you're out there making the wrong pitching change every time, okay, but that can blow up in your face no matter who you're sticking in there. So have they lost the guys? Gabe Kapler, for example, he lost the guys.
Pusoidos.
He lost the guys.
Yep.
Kyle Shanahan has never lost the guys. Steve Kerr has maybe lost the guy. He hasn't lost the guys. He lost one of the guys. And we'll see where that whole situation goes. But if you haven't lost the guys, then largely you're usually in the right place. And I personally don't believe that Bob Melvin has lost the guys. So I'm going to buy what you're saying, which is I think most fans are pointing at him simply because they don't know where else to point. Here's what I want to say. I'm very largely with you. I have been all year long. I have not thought that Bomel was going anywhere. There were some conversations, call it maybe 3-4 weeks ago, that weren't direct, but I very much took them as, I think I know where this organization is looking, and they're not looking at him in terms of their frustration and what they want to do next. But let me just say this. I'm not as confident today as I was a week ago.
Wow. About his...
I think he's going to be back, but I am not sure. I am not sure. And it goes way deeper than what we're about to play for you, but you listen to this and you tell me. This is from the clear and present leader of the clubhouse. I know Adames and Chappie, they're the day-to-day, they're the everyday guys, they're leaders. But there's the homegrown dog, ace of the staff, man who's been in charge, vocal leader of the San Francisco Giants for a while now. And it's Logan Webb. And I want you to listen to what he had to say on NBC Sports Bay Area yesterday. First of all, he's talking about this particular group. These teammates, this is what he says.
Every year's different. I think for this year's probably the most frustrating I did. If there's one thing about Buster Posey is I don't think he's okay with losing. I don't think he's okay with even being 500. He wants to win, and I'm not going to play his job because that's not my job, but I don't think he's okay with this. I don't think there's a lot of people okay with this in this clubhouse.
Okay. So let's stack those comments up. This is the most talented team I've ever played on. This is the most frustrating season so far. We had a lot of things go wrong. We let them stay wrong. And Buster Posey is not okay with this. Okay, add all that up, and I'm going to tell you, and again, I'm not just reacting to these comments from Logan Webb, but if you add all of that up, how can you firmly with certainty say that Bomel's going to be back? And let me add one other thing to think about. If Bomel was like certainly going to be back, why wouldn't have Buster Posey said that by now? Why wouldn't you come out and say it? I mean...
Now's not the time.
Why not?
Well, you already extended him, so do you really need to come out and give him another vote of confidence?
Sure, because the question's being asked. I promise you, if Buster Posey is talking to any media member, it's the number one question being asked. So what's your answer? If the answer was he's back next year, somebody would have reported that, or that would have been broadcast wherever Buster was talking. They haven't done that yet. All I'm saying is the silence around Bob right now isn't very silent.
It's not silent, and Steiny and Goo, during our crossover, Steiny played the truncated Bob Melvin comments after the game, and you can hear his frustration, and Bob he's smart enough and he's veteran enough to know exactly what's going on. And if you want to go back 2 weeks ago, almost 2 weeks to the day, and you talked a lot about it. I'll never forget that Friday night. We'll always have that, the Pat Bailey walk-off salami that got you right on the cusp of a playoff, and it was a culmination sensation of a great 2.5-week run. And since then, they have been absolute dog Schmidt.
Dog Schmidt.
And last night was just another example of that. And so Bob's not only frustrated with what's happened, but he also is well aware of what this means for him and for everybody.